Hey folks, welcome back to another video. This one, as you can see with me holding this thing up, is about clip sticking. This one's a Beta Climbing Designs one. It's the long one, which is really handy for reaching like a long way up a route, which is great sometimes. Got a smaller one as well back home, which is a lot more manageable if you've got to carry it anywhere or carry it up on a route if you're sort of dogging a route. You see a lot of these in the UK. The other model that you'll see a lot of is the Pongoose, a relatively new brand. Quite sturdy. They're more expensive, but they're made of metal in the top bit as well, so they might last you a bit longer. They got a couple of sort of benefits, but these are cheaper, and this is longer than their long one as well, so this is why I've got this one. So I just want to run through a few things that you can do with a clip stick, starting with the most obvious, which is putting a clip into the first bolt, which you can see just up there, which probably isn't high enough to warrant it, but it's good for the video because it keeps it in shot. So this is quite simple. All I'm doing is going to put the top snap gate into the top of the clip stick and pull it open using the wire, and that's where some carabiners work better than others. Sometimes every now and then you need to get the pliers on this wire bit to really crank it shut, because otherwise it doesn't grip too well. And you're going to look at which way you want the bolt, so I'm going to have it that way in this instance, and then get the rope clipped in. You don't have to have the rope clipped in, but I'm a big fan of putting the, if you're in any doubt, put the rope into the first draw on a sport route. Sport just isn't about danger for me, so I've got no qualms about that at all. Right, rope's in, and I can just extend the clip stick, like whichever one you want. I tend to leave the top one, you know, not extended unless I need it, because it gets pretty bendy, especially in this long one. Then you can just reach up. Careful not to sort of bang it into the rock, because that will cause the gate to snap shut. It's just such a pain in the butt doing it again and again and again, but with short ones like that, it's really easy to reach up and get it. So that's the first use for it, and that's probably you know, the most common use, and there we go. We can now climb up without fear of binning that first move and hitting our feet on the floor and all that kind of thing. So that's a great first use for it. Okay, so on this one, imagine that we've, maybe our mates climbed the route first and they've lowered off, and then they just pulled the rope down. Already got the drawers in situ, which is nice, but we'd like to have the rope into that first draw and it's out of reach again. So what we do with this one, we use that bit of wire to pinch the rope. So we're going to fold the rope over and put a bite into that bit of wire and then loop it over. Just a sort of a manageable size loop that will go over the bottom of the quick draw. And then again, I'll extend this as much as I need to extend it. Okay, sort of hold the rope against the clip stick as well to stop that pulling through. And then the aim of the game is to trap that little quick draw. There we go. Nice and easy because it's not too far away. The more rope that's out and the more clip stick that's flinging around, the harder it is. But this one, we've just matched that bite of rope against the quick draw. I'm just going to pull these two strands now, and it should pinch in to that like so. There we go, great, first time as well, that one. And then we've got it clipped, and obviously you can reach higher up and do more than the first if you so wish, but that's just a nice thing to do again. So that's the second use for it. Okay, so for the third use of the clip stick, we're going to utilise this little hook that's on the bottom of the green bit. Our mate's led up and clipped all the quick draws, lowered off from the top, all that kind of thing. Rope's still in place, but I want to lead it, but I want that first quick draw to be clipped. So I could just pull the rope through like I did on the previous go, and then use the clip stick to clip it back up. And there's other ways of doing this without even using a clip stick if you remember, maybe you've forgotten to do that. But I just can now extend this as much as I need to, and then I can literally just get the rope, pull it down, and I can grab it, and then I can pull down whichever side I need to get the rope back. So it's that end, the right one, there we go. Now as I pull that, there we go, I can pull the rest of the rope through, and I'm good to go on that one. So that was use number 3. Right, use number 4. This one is a tricky one on these Beta clip sticks. This works much better on the Pongoose ones. I'm going to show you how to do it, but it may well not work for me, alright? I'm not particularly hopeful. A bit like putting the rope in to the first draw like we did a minute ago. I'm going to check which way the draw is. It's facing that way, so I want the loop coming over this side. And using the clip stick we can actually retrieve a quick draw, but it's really hard with these Beta ones, so I'm going to have one go, and if I don't get it I'm not going to bother trying again and again. You can go and practice in your own time. It's well tricky, but get a pongoose and it's so much easier. Like I said, I haven't got one because they're quite expensive. So I'm going to, firstly, he says, get that quick draw, there we go. And this time I'm going to go up to the top snap gate. Okay, so I'm going to pinch that, try and open that gate. Now what I'm going to do now is try and get it near the top, pull it a bit to open the gate, there we go. And now I'm just going to move myself a little bit to try and get it to work well. This is fiddly now. And now the idea is to try and lift that carabiner off that bolt by pinching the rope and the gate open. This is really fiddly. You've got to maintain some tension in the rope whilst hoofing that around, and that's the fiddly bit. It's all about the angles and lifting that little hook there against the carabiner, and there we go. That was a right faff, but we got there in the end. You can see it requires some practice, and the key is trying to wedge the bottom of that carabiner onto there to lift it up and out. So it's a bit like using chopsticks or something. You need to flip and practice with it and you'll be able to do it, but it's really tricky to do unless you're quite close to it. The pongoose angle makes this work loads better. It's got these little rubber bits that grip. So that was 4 uses of the clip stick. Other uses include poking people, other uses include pointing at stuff, walking sticks, loads of other bits. You can do a lot of that with a bamboo stick and a bulldog clip, but not all of it. For me, a clip stick is just an absolutely vital part of a sport climber's kit these days. Biggest thing, other than protecting yourself and keeping yourself safe with that first bolt or the second bolt being pre-clipped and that, is it enables you to dog up a route. You can take this with you, it's why it's got the hole on it, and you know, yes, this is a monster one, a smaller one's much better for that, but you can take it with you, and then every time you get to a bolt and you want to work the next section without leading it, you can just pull up a bit of rope. I'm not going to go into how you stay safe from that, but you might be able to work that out. Well, hopefully you can. But you can then just reach up to the next bolt, extend it, clip it, climb to that one, extend it, clip it, and so it's just a really good way of getting up routes that you might not be able to on site. So it's a great way of pushing your grade. It also makes retreating a lot easier. Say you get halfway up a sport route, you can't do a move. Rather than lower off and leave kit behind, or have to do any rethreading and maybe perhaps slightly sketchy stuff, you just pull up the clip stick. Again, do it safely, I'm not going into that. But you can just clip your way up it, and then you can get to the chains, strip the route and win all your kit back and take your clip stick away with you. So they do open up, for me, the possibility of climbing a lot harder without any faff of leaving kit and everything. So I just wouldn't go sport climbing without one of these. Worth their weight in gold, and when I say worth their weight in gold, this one is meaty. I hope you enjoyed that video. As always, please do fire away with any questions. Always happy to answer them as best I can, obviously. Click that like button, smash the subscribe button, find us on Insta, find us on Facebook, you know the score by now. Thanks again for watching. More videos coming up very soon.